Hello again, it's Mr. IT Stuff back in the workshop, and what's on the bench today? Well, it's the long-awaited corrugated aluminium diaphragm from my homemade gramophone soundbox, which I've been promising for a while. And if you're familiar with commercial soundboxes, this should look fairly familiar. It's basically a sheet of aluminium that's got some grooves embossed into it, basically to stiffen the middle. So the outside's still flexible, but it's stiffer in the middle. And the way I've achieved that, or the way I initially achieved that, was by using these two 3D printed parts here. And one has the grooves and one has the ridges, and there's a little bit of clearance between them. But anyway, they fit together, and they're like dies or stampers. I've tended to use the word stamper. And then I've used basically a pie tray with a flat bottom. Just cut out the bottom here, and then just initially press them together like that, and that did work. But the resulting diaphragm wasn't particularly pretty. I mean, I'd fitted it into this previous design of 3D printed soundbox, and you can see that it doesn't look the best. And it does work, but the soundbox has other problems anyway. So basically, even though I've done my best, it's not satisfactory. Now, there's a thread on the Talking Machine forum which covers this sort of stuff, and one of the regular posters, who goes under the name of, I think, Ignio, or possibly Indigo, mentioned that it was possible to create a diaphragm like this by basically embossing the aluminium. And what I've done actually is I've combined that really good suggestion with these dies here. So just using an old phono plug that happens to have a fairly smooth rounded end, although to be honest I might polish that up a bit more. It's got a very slight roughness to it. Basically, I just put some material over like so, and then basically just went round it with this tool here and just embossed it. And then I also then flipped it over and then did it round the other side as well, and was able to make the grooves, or the impressions on both sides. And then what I also did was I used a hole in the middle, and I did drill this 3mm, which was a bit silly. I should have made it smaller, but I used basically a gramophone needle, like on this one here. Let's take this one out. So I just used an ordinary gramophone needle, and just punched it down like that, keeping it as central as I could. And that's left a little hole. And then from my previous design I used a very small screw, and I did actually use a little aluminium washer as well. Now, you might just be able to see it there. Now, the aluminium washer isn't actually necessary, but it is sort of waxed on to the screw, so I'm going to leave it on. But basically, using that little screw, I should then be able to fit it into this sound box, which is the one that I'm currently experimenting with. In fact, I've used the gramophone needle there just to sort of locate it. So let's give that a bash. Let's actually put it in. Yeah, so you can see it's going to be like that. Like so. So basically I'm going to go ahead and fit that now. Right, well that's by far the most fiddly bit of it. Getting the little screw in. Now I probably could fit it before I actually screw the diaphragm shut or down, which I probably should have done. Okay, well there it is, waxed in place. I've probably used too much wax, but that's not too bad. There is a little bit of sort of clicking, which I don't much like the sound of. What I will also do is tighten up these nuts and bolts, or machine screws and nuts, a lot more, because they're only sort of like loosely tightened at the minute. Well, it certainly looks the part. I'm not sure how well it's going to work. I mean, that's quite encouraging. I mean, normally when you rub the needle screw on a Soundbox, a noise like that indicates that it's functioning. Yeah. Okay. Now for a bit of a test, I think. Hopefully, though, you will have been able to see the process that I go through to fit a diaphragm. This little adapter here, which is just an Allen key in a little vise, and this sort of nut. I don't know what you call it really. It's like a spanner, but it's a lot easier to deal with. These two together make it a lot easier to fit and adjust the screws on this. Well, having gone to all the trouble to reuse the little screw that I'd used on the mica washer, it really didn't work very well. The wax actually didn't even survive long enough for me to fit the first needle, and even when I repaired it, it just didn't sound very good. So I think the reason being was that on the mica diaphragm I had a little piece of plastic which I poked the screw through, and because I used heat to poke it through, it gripped it, whereas I reused the same piece of plastic and frankly it didn't do anything. So it was literally just a wax on both sides which was holding the screw in. So so I've abandoned the original little screw, which is sort of here. Probably won't focus. And I actually found a whole load of screws, mainly screws, but also nuts, which are for glasses. And thanks to David Kay for mentioning that maybe screws from an old pair of glasses would work. It's a great idea, and indeed I have both screws and a quantity of nuts as well, amazingly enough, which is what I've used on here now. That's what I've fitted, and I've waxed it both sides, so it should stay in place. And these are absolutely tiny. I mean, there's the screw there. I mean, it's sort of like a millimetre in diameter, and the nut is absolutely tiny as well. Oops, I chase this around. Fortunately, I have quite a few of these, so if I lose one or two, it's not so much of a problem.
Where the kick drum goes down, there are grounds to be broke. and always full of fun. They call this one jollity, believe me, folks, it's great. For everything sings out to me, and I go through the gate. All the little things they grunt and howl, the cats meow, the dogs bow wow. Everybody makes some row down on Jollity Farm. All the little birds go tweet, tweet, tweet. The lambs go fleet, the shake their feet. Everything's a perfect treat down on Jollity Farm. Regular in habit, the cock begins to crow, and the old buck rabbit says, I'm a do-de-do-do. All the little ducks go quack, quack, quack. The cows all moo, the bull does too. Everyone says, how to do down on Jollity Farm. You won't find much jollity, though you may walk a mile. The sun shines all the while. You cannot help but smile. Farmer's name is Jollity. He's laughing all the day, and when you see his missus, you'll be glad you came that way. All the little things they grunt and howl, the cats meow, the dogs wow. Everybody makes some row down on Jollity Farm. All the little birds go tweet, tweet, tweet. The lambs go bleat and shake their feet. Everything's a perfect treat down on Jollity Farm. When the dew is soaking, the frogs sing any note. You will hear one croaking, says, I've got a frog in the throat. All the little hens lay eggs with pride, laid or dried, or boiled or fried. Some lay two coats side by side, down on Jollity Farm.
Okay, well, as I've done previously, here is a direct comparison of the three different types of diaphragm.
Sweet, 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 the lambs all fleet, and shake their feet. Everything's a perfect treat down on Jollity Farm. Regular in habit, the cock begins to crow. So sweet, 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 the lambs all fleet, and shake their feet. Everything's a perfect treat down on Jollity Farm. Regular in habit, the cock begins to crow. Go tweet, 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 the lambs go fleet, and shake their feet. Everything's a perfect treat down on Jollity Farm. Regular in habit, the cock begins to crow.
Well, there certainly was a difference between those. The flat aluminium one didn't do very well in the previous tests against the steel and the copper. The corrugated one is certainly better, but I think the mica is still probably the best. Anyway, what do you think? Okay, well that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and if you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Mr. RG Stuff. Thank you.